my channel. Today I have a kind of different video for you guys as it is officially the start of spooky season. Yes, September 1st is the start of spooky season. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. So today is the day that I set up Halloween decorations in my room, and I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along for the ride on that. This is something that I do every single year. I specifically set up my Lemax Spooky Village every single year at the beginning of September. That's just the majority of what the decor in my room is for Halloween. It's just that Lemax Spooky Village, a couple of pieces here or there. This is something that I started doing back in 2020 during the pandemic, when all you could do is really, sit in your room and kind of enjoy Halloween by yourself. That's around the time where I really started to get into candles and Halloween decor hunting and all of that stuff, because you kind of had to just create Halloween in your own home. I started a yearly tradition of collecting the Lemax Spookytown, which you could buy at like Michael's. So yeah, I started out really small, and now it's been a few years. I have grown quite the collection of the Spooky Village pieces, and I just absolutely look forward to putting them up at the beginning of September every year. I'm super excited to be able to make this video. And of course, while setting up your Spooky Village, you have to light a few spooky candles, of which I have Bath & Body Works pumpkin carving going right now. That's like my annual spooky candle. When I light that candle, that means it's spooky season. That's one of those Halloween fall candles that I just cannot burn before September. It's not allowed, because the first burn always to me signifies that it is now the Halloween season. So yeah, now that these are burning and I have my Spooky Village pieces here with me, let's dive into what I picked up this year. So the first piece that I got this year kind of does not fit my overall theme of my personal Spooky Village, but when the Spooky Town lineup was revealed in January of this year, this was just the one that kind of stuck with me, and I just kept thinking about and thinking how, oh, that was really cool. And so it is the big piece that I picked up this year, and that is the Foreboding Abode. It's actually pretty fitting for the vibe of this channel, as the main thing on this is the candles on there. It's like a fortune teller shop with this really cool, like, I don't know about how to, this is a big box, but this little like crystal ball with a projector in there and everything. This candle over here actually like flickers. I'll show you guys when I actually put my village together. But yeah, this one just really stood out to me this year. I couldn't stop thinking about it. My personal theme for my village is kind of like spooky pumpkin patch. I have a lot of the pumpkin patch pieces, and I have a few haunted houses. Those are the ones that really grab my attention. I really gravitate towards. But in my head, this one actually kind of feels like it is connected to a pumpkin patch village type theme in a way. This seems like something that you would maybe see at a pumpkin patch, like a sideshow attraction that maybe they built, or it's kind of like a traveling attraction that just found its way there. That's the fun part about spooky villaging, is that you can create your own backstory for anything that you want to do. As you guys will see, I literally have pumpkin patch village that's basically a pumpkin on water, and in my head I think it's like a pumpkin water ride, but like it's way too big to be found at your local pumpkin patch, so you do have to suspend your disbelief a little bit when you're making these, but that's the fun of it. And the second piece that I got for this year actually fits my theme very well, and that is the Last Straw House of the Scarecrow. So this one's pretty straightforward. I just really like the vibe of this one. It's kind of scary, it's kind of spooky. There's a little pumpkin man here sitting scarecrow. Maybe it's a real person, maybe it's just a scarecrow, maybe it's a scarecrow that came alive. This definitely gives off the vibe of something like a haunted house at a family pumpkin patch. I know with me, I have a place around here that is like a pumpkin patch during the day, and then at night it turns into a Halloween haunted house place. And this definitely reminds me of something that you would find there. And this is also one of those standard lit bulb buildings, and I'm just super nostalgic for those porcelain ceramic buildings that just has the light bulb being lit. Nothing super fancy, but it's a really good smaller piece to just really give your village some depth. So yeah, now that I've mentioned which ones that I have got this year, let's get into the decorating of my spooky village.
Hey everyone, it's voiceover Jared here, just popping in to give kind of a commentary on what I'm doing exactly here. So I always love to start out with just placing some basic creepy cloth as a base for my spooky village. I know Lemax sells spooky village specific mats and foam pieces to elevate your spooky town, but I just kind of use whatever I have laying around, and the spooky cloth works just fine. Now, what I'm doing here is kind of trying to get a general layout of how I want my spooky village pieces to be placed. I always like to have an idea of where I'm going to have everything before I start adding elevation. So what I like to do to add elevation to my village is just kind of use whatever boxes I have laying around. I'm using these action figure boxes from my horror action figures that are in the background of my videos to kind of add some depth to the background of my village. As you can see when I'm doing the layout, some of the pieces get hidden behind other pieces, so just giving that elevation adds a lot more of an interesting perspective to the village. Now here I am adding a lot more of the boxes. And this is me realizing that this box is kind of too large for where it's at. And as you can see here, I am kind of rearranging everything from my first initial layout. Nothing is ever final when it comes to building a spooky village. It's very much a trial and error process of figuring out how exactly you want everything to be placed. So here I am realizing that I really just don't like the placement of the Isle of Creepy Jacks back there. I think it's way too big of a piece to really be hiding in the background, and I kind of wanted the foreboding abode to be up on a hilltop of some sort, since, you know, its namesake is it's supposed to be this, you know, creepy building that you go get your fortune tellers reading from, and I kind of wanted it to just be the highest piece up in my village. And I ended up really liking where I ended up placing it, and the Isle of Creepy Jacks, I wanted that to be front and center. You know, maybe this pumpkin patch is on an island, and that's the first thing that you see when you get there. Now here I am just wiring all my pieces, making sure everything is laid out correctly and works properly. And we're just about getting to the end of it here, so. So yeah, this is the final layout that I decided to go with. And here it is all lit up at nighttime. Overall, I'm really happy with how my village turned out this year. I love the placement and the new buildings I added. I think everything just fell into place really well. Let me know if you guys collect these spooky village pieces, if you set up a village every single year. I hope you guys have an amazing spooky season, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.